Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 40th anniversary concert of the County Classic Chorale. A very special welcome and acknowledgement goes to you who are out there watching online. Welcome. Thank you for enjoying us, for being here tonight, either online or in person. We look forward to singing for you. Well, it was in 1982 when a group of former members of the Leamington Choral Society met at the home of June Brown to discuss the formation of a new chorus. June knew someone in her church who was willing to direct, and Charlene Reed was approached to become the conductor. Barbara Odell became the first accompanist, and the County Classic Chorale began its history of singing together the following year. The original rehearsal site was Jack Minor Public School in Kingsville, with a move a few years later to Knox Presbyterian Church in Leamington, and just last year to Faith Mennonite Church in Leamington. Throughout these 40 years, we have been privileged to live and sing on land surrounded by water, originally inhabited by indigenous peoples who have traveled this area since time immemorial. This territory is within the lands honored by the Wampum Treaties, which are agreements between allied nations to peacefully share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture while remaining committed to moving forward respectfully with all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. It is our pleasure to sing for you tonight. recalling that our very first performance had fewer than 20 singers, only 4 of them being tenors and basses. As you can see tonight, we are more than 50 in number and are very lucky to have a few more tenors and basses than back then. We did recruit 4 lady tenors, though. Thank you, ladies. I'm a bit concerned about my fellow bass member, though. He's been wearing a kilt for the last 3 practices. You're not going to switch to tenor, are you, John? Our membership is constantly changing as singers stay as long as their work and family life allow. A couple of the founding members are still singing in the chorale. In particular, Louise Bryan, who was determined to sing in these concerts in spite of her broken ankle 2 weeks ago. And Bob Botham, who has come out of retirement to celebrate this important milestone. In mentioning Bob, I would also like to acknowledge that his wife, Dorothy, was the chorale's accompanist for most of those 40 years. We fondly remember Dorothy. There are a number of other alumni who have come back to sing these anniversary concerts with us. We would like to thank them for joining just one more time. One in particular has come all the way from Leduc, Alberta, just to sing once again with her chorale friends and family. Jane Piercy Ballard. You are here somewhere. Thank you, Jane. Directors over the years have included Charlene Reed, Elaine Penner, Amanda Bauer, Karen Kessler, Ruth Dreger, Mary Kruger, and now Paul Warm. This year marking his 13th year as music director. All have contributed to the growth of the chorale with their varying talents and experience. Each successive director has added to our numbers and to our repertoire, for which we owe a debt of gratitude. Now, we are honored this evening to have with us the Mayor of Essex, Sherry Bondi. Sherry, are you here? There you are. You want to come up and say a few words? Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor to be asked to be here to bring greetings on behalf of the town of Essex tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming to our community here in Harrow and bringing your singing, because singing brings so much. It brings you up when you're down, and it just really helps everybody feel good, right? I sing in the shower. You'll never hear me sing. So I give you credit for braving the forces. I also want to thank the United Church for opening their doors to community events like this all the time. It's really a great atmosphere, welcoming atmosphere. I want to thank also all of the guests here tonight. I got to talk to some of them today, and we have folks here, right? A lot of familiar faces, right down the road, and a couple from Florida. So all over North America is here in Harrow tonight. So it's an honor to bring greetings on behalf of Essex Council and as the mayor here in Harrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. Speaking of the United Church, we have the minister, Darrell Woods, here with us, and he'd like to bring some greetings too. Thanks, Darrell.
I made it.
This is your church.
It's my church. I should know better. But whoever invites the minister to come up to the pulpit, they should know better too, right? Can you get the offering plates? Actually, I know there's a free will offering tonight, and that's lovely. On behalf of the congregation and all the people who consider this their church home, I want to welcome you here. It brings joy to the hearts of the members of this congregation to see the doors open and the building bustling with energy. It's just lovely. Now, on Sunday mornings, there's a thing we do. I have a Tibetan prayer bowl, and I ring the bowl, and it marks a moment of silence. And then I get somebody else to ring the bowl again, and in between the two bowl ringings, we have a quiet moment. Sometimes it gets so quiet that all you can hear is other people breathing, which is perfect, because in several different languages, the words for breath and spirit are the same word. And the folks up here are breathing and offering spirit. And I believe just like a place is better off for having been prayed in, this place is so much better off for having been sung in. So thank you very much for being here.
Watch your step. The songs in our repertoire this evening have been selected by our singers, and each one is an answer to the question posed by our concert theme, why we sing. Well, let me ask you, why do you sing? And I know you all do. Data shows that 98.5% of us sing or hum. The question is whether you should or not. If it's ever been suggested that perhaps you should just mouth the words, that's a good indicator. Maybe you should sing in the shower with Sherry. It's a proven fact that singing increases longevity. We live longer. The other day, we quasi-calculated the choir's average age. Any guesses? That's a dangerous question. 69. And that's not including our choir director. Whoa. You realize that I'm probably the only one here that can get away with saying that, right? I hope. Singing for longevity certainly sounds good to us. I can say that because I'm on the other side of that number now. So again, our concert title makes a statement. This is why we sing. Throughout the repertoire this evening, each song will be an indicator. Our opening piece, The Season for Singing, portrayed one of the major reasons for singing. It sends a message of love. Through the good times and the bad times, we will go on singing. Our next two pieces are about the strength that singing infuses in all of us. Sing Gently was written by Eric Whittaker specifically to encourage singing through the pandemic. It still rings true today, calling us to keep others aloft with our music, standing together always as one. And then, How Can I Keep From Singing? Is yet another piece that speaks to our soul. Through the tempest and the darkness, our life flows on in endless song. Music has a way of piercing into the deep parts of our soul. One of our singers says that she sings for the health of her spirit, while another shares how joyful it is to sing spiritually uplifting music with a warm, welcoming group of gifted musicians. Singing nourishes her soul. We hope that you enjoy Sing Gently and How Can I Keep From Singing? Another one of our singers says that music speaks to everyone. No matter what we're feeling, life's better when we're singing. There is a certain comfort to be found when hearing and humming along with familiar tunes, such as folk songs. We've all grown up with them. We remember from our early school days, such as the next two in our program. Four Strong Winds might be one of those much-loved songs by the Canadian folk music icon Ian Tyson, who sadly passed away just last year. his former wife has referred to this song as the unofficial Canadian national anthem. Another one of those songs that just makes one feel good is a French-Canadian folk song most of us learned in early French classes, Alouette. See? I still don't understand how such a crude song made it into our repertoire, though. Curious, though, I did some Google searching. And it is described, it was written in 1893 and is described as Chant d'Alouette is a bouncing call and response song that described a young girl's encounter with a talking lark while out picking berries. After accidentally stepping on the lark, the young girl is chastised by the bird. Obviously, she chooses not to pick berries anymore. Feel free to sing along with us, if you will, Four Strong Winds and Alouette. Needless to say, over the Chorale's 40 years, a number of our members have passed away. As with the loss of any family member, we too have grieved. But at the same time, we have been uplifted by our music. When we sing these next two pieces, we are strengthened and reassured that lives are remembered, that we have a spiritual connection above and with one another through our shared values and our joy of singing. People in general, but singers in particular, seem taken by the way in which the words and music of our next short piece work together to create a truly moving experience. Sing Me to Heaven is essentially about the way that we, as singers, feel about music in our lives. If you would comfort me, sing me a lullaby. One of our members finds peace and solace when singing Flying Free. It's obvious with the words, spirits soaring free through the air. This brings a sense of reassurance and comfort to everyone. We are delighted to welcome one of our guest performers, flautist Andrea Abedinovich. Andrea has accompanied the chorale on more occasions than any other guest performer in the last 13 years. We could not celebrate 40 years singing without acknowledging Andrea's contribution. And last week, we named her an honorary member of the County Classic Chorale. Please welcome Andrea, and we look forward to many more repeat performances in the future. Sing Me to Heaven and Flying Free.
In my heart's sequestered chambers, lie true, stripped of poet's gloss.
So much, Andrea. If you've followed the chorale for a number of years now, you may have noticed that the chorale very often chooses music either about Canada or music that is written or arranged by Canadians, such as the next piece in our program. Although the tune of Amazing Grace is well known universally, this arrangement by Canadian Stephen Hadfield is unique in that the chorale never actually sings the melody, but instead it voices a counter melody that is both serene and triumphant, soaring and gliding with energy. As you will see, one of our singers has many talents, John, thus the kilt, Love you, John. Such is the case with Amazing Grace. John Woodbridge will be accompanying us on the bagpipes. We will then sing a piece that has a bit of a background for the chorale. In 2018, a number of the singers had the opportunity to sing the Sunrise Mass in Carnegie Hall. The ground, being the final movement of this Mass, was meant to convey a sense of having arrived at the end of the Mass, reaching a kind of inner peace, a grounding strength after traveling through life's journeys. As one of our singers has said, music is the only medicine that my heart and soul need. The words, which are sung in Latin, roughly translate as, "Heaven and earth are full of your glory. Grant us peace." The ground features prominently the piano, and we are so fortunate to have Michael Audie as our collaborative pianist. He is a highly in-demand pianist accompanist from Windsor. He directs most of his time to being collaborative pianist with music students at the University of Windsor, and in addition to the County Classic Chorale, accompanies the Windsor Symphony Orchestra Chorus. We hope that you enjoy Amazing Grace and the ground, and that you too will experience the same peace and comfort that it brings to us. In celebrating 40 years of singing, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the contribution that Elaine Penner has made to the chorale. Not only as accompanist for many years and a previous director, but also as our resident composer. Elaine, will you stand? We have sung several arrangements of German carols, The Prayer of Hansel and Gretel, and a complete 5-movement Missa Brevis, all composed or arranged by Elaine. Our next piece, Autumn, is an example of Elaine's work. She takes the images of autumn and sets the sound of the blue jay's call against the flowing brook captured in the piano. The County Classic Chorale, in its guidelines and expectations for singers, is very clear that we should be supportive and encouraging of each other, that we treat each other with respect and courtesy. In other words, that we embrace inclusiveness and diversity. Over the years, we have sung in multiple languages and have sung folk tunes from a number of cultures. All this to say that we celebrate the values and beliefs that each of us brings to our choral family. Wana Baraka is just one example of other world music, whose rhythmic Swahili words and jubilant melody have captured attention globally. Wana Baraka seems to strike a common chord that can unite thousands, even millions, across the planet in a shared joy. We are joined in this piece by our second guest performer, Sly Kunchuo Asade, cultural drummer, dancer, and instructor from Ghana, West Africa. Sly has trained hundreds of students from kindergarten up to adults how to perform cultural drumming and dancing. Sly uses his music to help students learn about themselves, build confidence, and open their minds to African culture. We are delighted that he is here to drum for us as we sing Wana Baraka. Autumn and Wana Baraka. Thank you so much, Sly. See, we can lower our age at least by 10 years there. The next two songs in our program are on opposite ends of the spectrum. One being a meditative and reflective setting, describing a man going on a walk and thinking back over his life on this shining night. And the other being a rollicking hoedown tune that compares the joy and freedom of growing apples in the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia with life in the big city, watching the apples grow. So what does this wide spectrum say about the County Classic Chorale? You will decide. We connect with music and words in so many ways and in so many different emotions. Watching the apples grow, we just have fun. I hope that you can enjoy our emotional connections with these two pieces, Sure on This Shining Night and Watching the Apples Grow. While our hoedown quartet is getting set up, I will introduce them to you. We have John on the spoons. We have Stan on the bass here. We have Mary on the viola or the violin. What are you playing tonight? A fiddle. And we have Michael on the piano, and of course Sly is going to use his shaker.
Seems so far away.
That one always seems to get the best reaction. Way to go, guys. This brings us almost to the close of our program, and I'd like to say a few thank yous and acknowledge the contribution of several people. Noted in the program are a number of individuals worthy of our thanks. In particular, I would like to thank our guest performers who are with us today, Andrea Adabinovich and Sly Kunchuro Asare. Thank you so much, guys. I want to acknowledge our three host churches for these concerts. It was Epworth United in Kingsville, Faith Mennonite in Leamington, and then this evening, Harrow United Church, with special thanks to the audio-visual crew. Thank you so much. I want to thank our own Hoedown Quartet, of course. A thank you is due, and also to the bass singer, I hope, John Woodbridge. I want to also thank my fellow singers in the chorale. Not only do we sing for joy, but we create wonderful bonds of friendship and family. Again, another special thank you to our alumni who came back to sing with us for one more time. Thank you so much, chorale. A very warm thank you to our music leaders for their hard work and inspiration. Michael, you are a very accomplished musician, and we are proud to have you and appreciate all your support and encouragement. Thank you, Michael. And Paul, thank you for all your confidence in us and for challenging us to sing with our hearts. We appreciate your patience, your ability to bring out the best in us, and your hard work behind the scenes. Thank you, Paul. And lastly, we want to thank all of you for being part of this performance, as well as those of you that have maybe even watched it online live tonight or in the future. We thank you for your encouragement and your support through the last 40 years. We hope that you have enjoyed our singing as much as we've enjoyed singing it for you. We are going to conclude our program tonight singing a song that has become the very foundation of why we sing. We sing for joy. My Song of Joy was actually commissioned by this chorale 10 years ago, and it incorporates the words of a poet named Fab Riccardi, who moved to Toronto from Italy in 1972. Sadly, he passed away before he had the chance to hear this piece inspired by his words. We selected his poem called My Song because it resonated with us. He expressed in words why we sing. His words have now become our words. My Song of Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending our 40th anniversary concert. Thank you for enjoying our music. Thank you for all of your support, both physically being here and your financial support. Thank you for celebrating 40 years with us.